Team Gaydosh here into the fourth edition of the Eco Savings Race.
Yay.
Um, we are we're very thankful to Eco Credit Union and Channel 42 for the opportunity they've given us to take part in this savings race. We are in a much better spot financially than we were 8 months ago, and we're looking forward to continue the success we've had the last 8 months as we move forward.
Yeah, I'd just like to say a couple years ago I started praying for help financially, and Jacob and I had student loans, and we had credit card that we had just put too much on, and we were just kind of getting deeper in debt. And I never imagined that we'd get the help that we've gotten from our bank, and in doing this race, and just with Channel 42 and Dave Ramsey and all the family support we've had through this. We're so very thankful. I just want to talk about our goals. And the first one we had was getting a budget, sticking to it. And we have a budget. It's not exactly how we want it to be, where we want it to be, but we've done the cash envelopes. We're trying to stick to that. And some of the things we did to help us with our budget and saving money, we did home haircuts. We made our own laundry detergent to save money. We tried fixing things around our house. We sold a car. We tried selling other things online. I painted our old kitchen table instead of buying a new one. So anyways, we are working on getting better with the budget, but we do have a budget, so we're glad about that. One of the second goals we had was we wanted to have money saved up for a trip to Disney with my family. We're planning to go to Disney in the fall, and so one of the ways we got money for that was we budgeted that in. So we put a little bit of money for vacation in our budget. And then also things that we sold, we added some to that as well. So we have several hundred saved up for the Disney trip for this next fall. One of our other goals was I signed up to sell Premier Jewelry last spring, and there was a startup fee on a credit card. We wanted to pay that off. And so the way that we paid that off, yay, was I've done several jewelry shows, and I've also sold to individuals to get the money back for that. So
One of the things I also wanted to do was teach our kids about savings, and so they have a Kirby Kangaroo account at Eco that they use, put their money in, and our kids will tell you about a budget all the time now. They're telling other people about, is it in the budget or it's not in our budget. So I think we've done is our ministry is with the kids that I teach and coach, and through this process, Shep came into my class one day and talked to my kids in class about savings and just being smart with their money and what they can do with their money to be smart. Also, taken some of the steps we learned in the Dave Ramsey series, and I condensed it down to a few days I had in class at the end of the first semester, and I went through that stuff with my kids, some practical advice just that we've gotten over the last 8 months through the Dave Ramsey series, and just communicating with selfishly with our own kids, but also just the chance that the kids I have at school, just even if some of them catch on at 17, 16 years old about how to be smart with their money, they're way ahead of the game as they get older. And then we also wanted to pay off. We paid off the credit card with her. We have a loan, and that's one of our credit cards we got to pay off. And once we get our tax return here in the next week or two, we will have that taken care of, and we'll be down to a few last things. Our goals in the next 2 years, even this whole thing is over, to have nothing but our mortgage left to pay off as far as debt goes. We are very thankful for the emergency fund. One of the things that we did during this process, we had our brakes. We had new brakes on one of our cars about a month or two ago, and because of the emergency fund, we had the money to pay for it. And once we get our tax return also, that will be replenished, and so we'll be back where we were. So didn't have to use our credit card, and we're had the money to pay for it. So we're very, very thankful to Eco and Channel 42 for allowing us the opportunity to do this. Again, we're in a much, much better place than we were 8 months ago, and we're excited that we're happy with what's happened in the last 8 months. We're also very excited about what's going to happen with our future financially, just knowing that we're going to be in a much better standing down the road. So,
Yeah, thank you to Kenny and Shep, our coaches, and Sean. You do an amazing job.
thanks a lot.